the news and interviews you know and love. It's the Northwest's #1 racing podcast, the Sean in the Dirt podcast. This is Sean, and you're in the dirt.
Running cross trends right now, and that was a tough one, not getting the win, leading all those laps, but it's got to feel good being locked in.
Yeah, I think, like I kind of said in the press conference, I think, Landon's a very respected driver. He's got his head on a swivel, and I think we raced really well there at the end, and he was the one that ended up on top. Hats off to him, hats off to his team. Great team and organization over there. Just pumped to be in. I think we showed really good racecraft and speed and confidence just going into Saturday.
Now, you haven't gotten a lot of midget starts, and how many? It's been, a year?
Almost 2. It's been about 2.5 since my, I guess you could say, quote unquote, my midget days. So yeah, we didn't really have many expectations coming into this week at all. We just come in here to have a good time, and it just everything fell in place. So just super pumped for my guys. They all work their butts off, and I try to do the same for them.
Who are you driving for? Who's helping you out?
Yeah, so it's a family-owned car. It's a CMS car. You've got Jeff West at IPC is helping out in a big way. We're using his trailer, his motors, along with Hayward Motorsports. We're using a couple of things of his, and just I believe it actually might be his motor. I'm not 1,000% sure. Everything's kind of community over there, so we're just a big team and big family almost, and we're just here having a good time. So
did the car kind of change during the night there?
I don't know if it's the car. I think it's just the product of the racetrack. I think that's something that I have to work on going into Saturday. Curb got pretty treacherous, and I think I should have just carried my momentum and cut the entry out of each corner, and I believe that's probably what lost that race for me.
Now, real quick, we got to talk about high limit last year. We were running the own team this year. It's a little bit step up, huh?
Yeah, no, I'm pumped to go work with Barry and Chad. I think it's gonna be really cool. There's a lot of pedigree to them. Really cool guys. Been to the shop and just really comfortable around them. They're almost like family already as well. So just really cool. Thankful I can produce some results here. That way we have some confidence going into Florida here in a few weeks.
We'll see you up in the Northwest later in the year.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
This is Sean. You're in the dirt.
Positive note. You mentioned your team. I was on the ramp watching them. They were like an army of ants around that car. There's frustration in the car. You obviously you shouldn't be in that position, but you've got such an incredible group of people working around you. What were your feelings at that moment? Because you have so many people dedicated to your car and working to make sure that you're able to get back in that race after that situation. Let's put it like that.
In the heat of the moment, I was actually pretty numb, if that makes sense. I was mad and kind of in disbelief of what happened, just because I feel like in my career I've never had anything that, I don't want to say blatant, but like that bad of a slider thrown on me where I get wiped out. And there's people that say, I've ran into people or wiped them out before, and I'll agree with it. Not that it was on purpose. Not saying he did it on purpose or that I've done it on purpose, but everyone will bring up an incident from the Outlaws early in the year, but they still ran fourth. I wasn't hung in the fence, or I was hung in the fence, crashed. So just, I look left, and he's already 2 feet away from me, and then I'm crashed. So it was just unfortunate, but at the end of the day, when I'm sitting there and they're fixing it, I just want to get back out, and I already know that I can't reverse what just happened, and got to get back to work, and hopefully they get it fixed. And then got in another crash again, but was still able to fire off and pick off a couple more spots and kind of save myself a good spot for the B main, and then they had to fix it again, and learned a little bit from the B, and then just kind of took a swing at it for the A, and I feel like some things kind of went my way and was able to sneak up through there and run pretty decent.
How's the car like right now? Is it back to where it was beforehand, or is there something like still bent in it, or is it fine? The
car itself is fine. It actually, both times we changed 2 front ends, and that was really it. It flattened the left rear when I got hit, but I think everything motor plate backwards is fine. Just the front end the first time, obviously, and then when I T-boned the guy, it got the front end again, but it was okay enough to finish, so fixed that again. Everything else should be exactly how it was. Obviously they'll go through it and service it and then some and go through everything, of course. But car itself is completely fine.
Having to go through the B and then go through the A, how difficult was it to balance having to charge, go aggressive, but then realizing that you might need to bide your time a little bit to let everybody else go through the turns and everything like they were.
Yeah.
You didn't get caught up in anything else.
Yeah, I feel like I said it earlier. I feel like that's the most aware I've had to make myself. I mean, you always got to be aware driving a race car, obviously, and looking way ahead. But I feel like in that situation, even if it's a heat race or a qualifier, you're towards the back or, wherever it may be, but especially a feature and they do fresh track work, it's hard to tell exactly what's going to happen. So you got to be really aware and not put yourself in a position to get crashed because everyone else is racing just as hard to get up to the front too. So I feel like I was able to learn a lot as far as, how aware you got to be and it teaches you to be cautious, but not too cautious enough to where you still got to carry that next level of aggression to be better than the next guy ahead of you.
You had some fortuitous cautions there in the feature to be able to help you pick off some spots. In real time, are you thinking, just one more, because you were right there third. If it's one more restart, you've got a chance to pick them off, right?
Yeah. I was kind of trying to count, had a yellow, and then most of them I think were cars that were ahead of me. So, count one and try and figure out kind of where I was. I'm like, okay, I'm here. I need to be here or get here. And then we had that long green flag run, and I kind of stalled out, and I didn't know exactly where I was. I'm like, okay, I'm 9th or 10th. I'm like, that's out of a B main. So now I got to pick off more cars, and then I think picked off a few. I'm like, okay, I feel pretty good. And then committed to the bottom, and then I think got up to 3rd or 4th, and then had to yell and had to give it back to 5th, and then some people found the bottom. And then I was like, okay, I got to go back to the top, and fell back to 6th. And then I think everyone eventually migrated back to the top when they figured out the bottom was only good on restarts for like the first corner, and just had to pick them off one by one and kind of figure out, okay, I can get to the cushion here, I need to get off it here and not smash it here and toss the nose, and just capitalize on their mistakes and be methodical and aware as far as, I'm not going to pass them if I'm getting tight like them. So I needed to be the one that was the straightest and made the least mistakes, and then I was able to pick them off one by one. And I don't want to say I was better than them two, but I feel like when I got to 3rd with, I think it was 2 to go or 3 to go, I'd kind of creep up a little bit, and they were pounding it probably harder than I was, but I think I was just so smooth and consistent as far as not making mistakes. I think it actually helped in the long run, or would have. But I learned a lot, and I think we can definitely improve, the car, and then I think I can drive it better and hopefully be in a good position for Saturday.
You said you were numb in real time in the moment. Now that you've kind of gone through the ups and downs and you at least got a podium, what are the vibes like right now?
Honestly, probably still numb. It's crazy to think, I feel like I don't get really blown up in the head or whatever. Like, that's just not my thing. And I'm not going to go yell at someone or do this or do that. And it's just not, I'll be mad and they'll know I'm mad, but I'm not, at the end of the day, I can't uncrash myself and I can't have him undrive into the side of me. But you just got to take what you're given and hope for the best, and then just trust the guys around you and trust your ability. And, I'm thankful to have a really strong support group in the KKM guys, and then, people text me like, you're fine, or you'll be good, whatever, and so on. And you just got to believe that and just do what you're hired to do, and take what's given you.
But not even like just the crash, but even being able to recover to a podium. Like, are you still numb about even that? Like the entire night? Because you recovered in a sense.
Yeah, I'm pretty. Yeah, still just kind of calm. Like, I didn't really expect to get up to 3rd, to be honest. Not that I'm doubting myself for a car. Just you don't know until you know, type of thing. And it is freaking hard here. Even every prelim night, even though you're not racing against every really good guy, prelim nights are tough, and anything can happen. And but you know, I've been in this room before, you know, excited about third my first year, and then even though that wasn't a lock-in, and then, you know, run second, and then win, and then crash, and then back it up or get redemption, and then win, and, you know, be kind of on top again, and or at least mentally for myself, and then to have all that to run third, it's kind of mixed emotions. I'm not really sure what to think of it, but happy with where at least the direction we're at and where we're going to be for Saturday.
Were you able to, with the car set up, you know, the way that the car was set up, were you able to change it, or do you think your car fell off at all, or how was your car for the? My car got
better.
You think, yeah?
My car got better as actually the track slicked off, because I feel like I was able to, I don't want to say make less mistakes, but I was able to figure out where I needed to be, and I feel like most guys I passed was just because they were making more mistakes than I was, and I would capitalize on them messing up. Or, you know, obviously my car was good enough where I could probably run a little harder than they could, and, you know, or I could run the bottom good and picked off a couple guys on the bottom when the bottom was kind of untouched by most people at one point, and then I could move back up. So I just had a really versatile car, which is what you got to have here to have a chance to win or to get up front. So more to improve, obviously, and all departments, but a good rebound, better than I could have hoped for.
After an incredible wing sprint car season, how long does it take to get back in the midget? I know you ran the West Coast, but how long did it take you to get back into this mindset?
Honestly, now, to be honest, I've been in this mindset for over a month or two, because you know, before West Coast Wing, the last time I drove a midget was Chili Bowl, which has been the longest time for me I've ever been out of a midget. So the first race out west, I was pretty average, and then I feel like we had a chance to win like every other night after that, or every night after, I should say. And then I went to New Zealand to run a midget and was already in that mindset, and we were really successful, won 5 out of the 6, and I only go there so I can have a chance to win here. For me, mentally, that's what I have to do, and that's what I want to do. So luckily, I've been able to put myself in that mindset of Golden Driller.
Awesome. All right, well, good luck.
Thank you.
This is Sean. You're in the dirt.
Here with our fourth place finisher tonight, Corbin Rueschenberrg. They started fifth there and ran the top 10 throughout there and came home with a fourth place finish there. Locked yourself into a decent starting spot in the B main there. Tell us about your main event.
Yeah, the main event, I don't know. I was struggling a little bit early on, just so tight, and, you know, tried to get the track to come to me. And once we started picking guys off, and then the caution came out, I started getting momentum. And then kind of went to the bottom because every curb was getting so packed up and everybody was messing up. So just play the bottom, play the safe route, you know, let everybody mess up while, you know, I just make smooth, consistent laps.
And we just saw Kevin Thomas Jr. over here. What happened between you two earlier?
I don't know. He left. I don't know why he's mad, honestly. He left the lane wide open. He acts like I'm not going to take it. So, I mean, as a race car driver, don't you think you'd take a gap if it's wide open? I mean, that's my point. But he can be mad whoever he wants. He can wreck me. That's fine. We'll go.
I see you got help here. You got Tanner Thorson wrenching on your car, working on it right now after the feature here. But how valuable is it to have Tanner Thorson, Chili Bowl winner, in your corner here?
Oh, yeah, like I've just said in all my interviews. I mean, Tanner's making me look phenomenal. So I can't thank him enough. And, you know, we've been really fast, and we've worked together really good. And I've felt like I've had some of the best speed in this building, and I think tonight showed.
And who else do you have to thank on this car?
I thank Arizona Luxury Garage Doors, CBC Steel Buildings, CHI Doors, Southwest Overhead Doors, CBC Steel Buildings again, and Newcourt Steel, JP Racing, you know, the whole crew and everybody for coming on board.
Well done, and good luck on Saturday.
Thank you.
Your fourth place finisher, Corbin Rueschenberrg. All right, I'm here with tonight's winning car owner, Matt Wood. And Matt, they're so close last night with Shane, but tonight here you find victory lane with Landon Brooks there. And just like last night, incredible racing up front there. And had to be a little nerve-wracking there, but your driver got the job done.
Yeah, there's no doubt. I mean, hats off to Landon. Hats off to Shane. I mean, I tell everybody he's a one-man band. He builds them, he crews them, he works on them. He's so smart, and the car was perfect. Landon just did an outstanding job. that's 13 years in the making. Couldn't be happier.
Was that your first prelim win here?
Yeah, I was when I was partnered up with Clausen Marshall. I got I own the car, but yeah, that was my first one. Technically under Matt Wood Racing, we've sure had our share of closes, but that was it.
All right, 2 nights in, you already got 2 drivers locked in to the Chili Bowl main event on Saturday night. There, you have 2 cars guaranteed to start top 10 here. I know it's only Tuesday night here, but how are you liking your chances with your drivers so far this weekend?
I like my drivers. I like my cars. It's excuse me. It's the Chili Bowl, and you're not guaranteed anything. It's the toughest year this year, I think, driver and car wise. And we'll just go out there tomorrow night and hope we get a good qualifier, a good heat, and try to get a good spot.
All right. And who do you have to thank for helping with all these cars for you?
First off, we have to thank Lauren with NOS Energy. She's been with us for 7 or 8 years. Just an outstanding sponsor. Gives us everything we need. We've got Stanton Racing engines, obviously, under the hood. We got Spike cars. A ton of people come by. We get a ton of help. Again, I'm just going to give a shout out to Shane. It's him. It's his deal.
Well, congratulations and good luck the rest of the week.
Thank you so much.
All right. Matt Wood, your winning car owner tonight. Andrew Kunis for Sean Dirt here with tonight's Tuesday preliminary feature winner, Landon Brooks. And Landon, just like last night's feature there, we were treated to a dandy race here. And what a battle at the end between you and Brenham, and racing throughout the feature there. And just tell us what it was like from your perspective.
Yeah, honestly, everybody here at the Chili Bowl, they're doing a great job. Even the shootout, the racetrack was phenomenal. So, obviously, we've seen that yesterday and tonight, and, the fans are in for one for the rest of the week. But, man, it's insane. The feature, I thought I was out of it for a second. Once Buddy got by me, I was like, man. But I was luckily able to get back by him, and, everything just worked out perfect for me in the last 5 laps.
Yeah, tell us about racing with Brenham here and trading sliders, and one or both of you about getting to the wall a couple of times there in those last few laps.
Yeah, he got in the wall and kind of rode up it, and then I was able to slide him, and then I got the lead, and I done the same thing, and we went side by side again, and then I was able to just block the slider the last couple laps, and was able to pull it off. So just unbelievable night. Just can't thank Matt Wood, Shane Gallbeck, everybody on the team, Craft Builders, Factory QRC, everybody that helped me get here.
And I was just talking with your car owner, Matt Wood, who is a happy camper, by the way. He's been with other winning operations before, but under Matt Wood Racing, this is his first prelim win here at the Chili Bowl. Here, it has to feel pretty good to be the driver that delivered that first win.
Yeah, no, it feels really good, especially after last night. I wanted to win really bad for them guys, and when I did get to second, I went, I'm not here to just lock in. I'm either going to wear this thing out or win this thing. So, I didn't want to be that close and not be able to get it done.
Yeah. Shane Gallbeck here, he finished second. He was obviously disappointed because he's always running on the podium here, it seems like, on his prelim night. But he's also been a big part of the team in general, working on the cars here. How much has it helped to have Shane as a teammate?
Yeah, he's the guy running the whole operation. He knows what he's doing in this building, and every time we come here, for only running one midget race a year with all the changes that goes on, he stays on top of it, and he makes it to where us drivers can stay competitive. So, for him to drive his car all week and set it up and do what he does there, and still focus on us and give us a race car capable of winning.
Now, you and your teammate locked in here. Does this take a little bit of pressure off of you? You have to wait about 4 days now to racing it, but knowing that you're in the main event there, does it take up some pressure off of you?
Yeah, no, definitely. Last year we were close. I think we ended up 14th in the B, but I felt we grew off of last year and took it to this year, and still made a lot of changes, and he just had a really fast car, so that definitely takes the pressure off. But we're on to Bernal, and hopefully we can lock him in and keep it going throughout the week.
You mentioned your other teammate Ryan Bernal. You have to wait 4 days to race now here. It can be tough for some people here. What are you doing to stay engaged? Or some people leave here, but what do you intend to do over the next 4 days?
I'm here just helping the team. You know, we were a little low on help. We have help now, but you know, I'm still here helping the team, and you know, I try to stay involved in the whole team as I can. You know, I like to be, you know, helpful, and I like working on them. So you know, I'll be here all week, you know, helping the team out, and yeah.
Aside from Matt Wood, your car owner here, and Shane here, who else helping out on the team there, including sponsors?
You know, Craft Builders and Factory QRC, they helped me get here, and then obviously Matt Wood and Shane and you know, everybody that just puts into the team and helps us all out this week.
Got to wait for the other 6 lock-ins to be determined over the next 3 nights here, but find out where you're starting later. But how do you like your chances on Saturday night?
Yeah, you know, I'm just looking forward to getting to the pole shuffle and kind of feeling my pace out compared to, you know, obviously Kyle and Shane. You know, they're you know, definitely on another level, and you know, we'll see if we're at that level or not. You know, and just see if we can race around them, and if we aren't at that pace, you know, get to that pace. So, you know, definitely looking forward to it.
Well, congrats on the win tonight, and enjoy the rest of the week here, and good luck on Saturday.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Your winner tonight on Tuesday at the Chili Bowl, Landon Brooks. This is Andrew Kunis, and you're in the dirt. Sean in the Dirt.